Here's our storm back out west. Oh, we have breaking news here, guys. I'm supposed to pitch it back to you.
All right, let's do it right now. Okay,
6:16
right now. Want to check in with Keith McCutchen, flying up in Chopper 8 right now. There's a chase happening. Keith, tell us what you're seeing there. It looks like a maneuver just happened there with police.
Just hit the car. It's the second time they've hit him here. It spun him out. He's still trying to run. This has been a chase that we've been following here for about the last 7 minutes. This individual has stopped once, taken off again, and now he's going again. We're on Kessler right now, making our way here westbound, and we're trying to make our way over towards, looks like, guys, we're past Michigan Road here, westbound right now, and I'm trying to figure out exactly what the streets are as we follow this individual. He just went straight through the intersection there. Again, this is a chase. We've got about 15 police cars chasing him, and he's moving at an extremely high speed right now. We're on Kessler Boulevard, 56th Street now. We're on 56th Street as we're making our way through here, and I'm continuing just to check it. We're headed toward Guyan Road over here to the west here, toward 465 here as we're making our way westbound, and this individual is at a high rate of speed, and the police are behind him, and some of them are trying to get around to try to block some of the intersections. They just hit him again. They keep trying to spin him out to get him to stop, but the individual just does not want to stop here. We're kind of continuing to watch him. He's turned around, and now he's going back the other direction. He hit something there. Looks like they may have cornered him at this point in time. They've got, yep, I think they're going to be able to block the car in. That's what they're doing at this point in time. They're blocking the car in so that he can't take off again. So the officers have him out right now. Looks like they're putting handcuffs on him out of the car again. So this chase has come to an end again as I'm trying to figure out the exact streets here. It's West 56th Street, and we'll get the other one here in a minute. It's I'm still trying to figure out that street here, but as you look here, there's multiple police cars here on the scene. A chase that started about, I guess close to 6 o'clock here, about 18 minutes ago. Up here on the north side, it was up probably around 79th Street where we first heard it, around Michigan Road, and the individual went down Spring Mill Road, came all the way down to Kessler Boulevard, and then took off west on Kessler Boulevard and has ended up here. And again, we'll try to figure out exactly what street this is that he's on here. Again, this is on 56th Street. It looks like it might be a woman here that was in the chase here.
Yeah, we see the police handcuffing the person and presumably going to put them in the back of a cruiser right now. We counted up to 9 police cruisers there at the scene. We watched as that person at a high rate of speed went through an intersection with cars going the opposite way. Fortunately, it doesn't appear that anybody was injured in this crash. The suspect is in handcuffs right now, being taken away in custody. We got to follow the story. We don't know why they were running from police. We don't know why police had tried to pull them over in the first place. So a lot of things we need to figure out this morning. All right, it's 19 minutes after the hour. Want to get back to Randy Allis. You were talking at the time about not just our severe weather threat, but what we've got as we go through the day today. Yeah, and I tell you, I just stand here saying a little prayer. Everybody's going to be okay with that, seeing that person go through the intersection. So I'm glad that everything's okay, at least right now. Hey, big changes coming in.
That police chase and how it ended is our top story today. Our pilot, Keith McCutchen, followed that chase live here on Daybreak at about 6:15 this morning, and we do know now that the driver is a woman. Here on Daybreak's the only place you're going to see that video. It started at 86th in Michigan, ended near 56th Street in Northland, just west of Kessler Boulevard. Police hit the driver's car several times. She finally hit a giant tree stump, came to a stop. That's when police arrested her. Want to go back up topside to Keith McCutchen. And Keith, you've been following a lot of breaking news in your day. Give us some perspective about how this compared.
Well, we followed a lot. I've done a lot of chases over the years, and I got to tell you, Lauren and Drew, that one was pretty exciting. Some of them were a little longer, but that one lasted a fair amount of time. A lot of times these chases start out before we can even get to them. They're already over. And as we were following this person, we kind of heard about it as we were heading north. We heard about it up around 71st and Michigan Road, and then we started following it, and then we could see them coming down, making their way southbound as they were trying to come down toward Kessler Boulevard and then get westbound on Kessler. And as we were following the car making their way through there, I mean, this person was high speed. This lady was not slowing down for anything. She was really moving through there, and they hit her 3 different times trying to spin her out, and she would spin out and then take off again. But the last time that they spun her out, she ended up hitting that tree stump, and then her car just stopped. So it caused a little bit of a problem for trying to get away at that point, and she had to finally just give up and quit. And the police came around, and they had guns drawn. It looked like at that point in time that they were really serious. We're not going to play with this anymore. You got to stop, and she did. Again, when we've watched these over the years, a lot of times the chases generally they have police cars on either side. They never ever get away. They always get stopped. Not a good idea. It puts a lot of people in harm's way while they're doing the chase. But from our perspective up here in Chopper 8, boy, it was really a lot of excitement early this morning there.
A woman is behind bars tonight after leading police on a chase early this morning in Indianapolis.
Chopper 8 got the exclusive video of the chase from overhead during daybreak. If you haven't seen it, you can watch the whole thing right now at wishtv.com.
It all started on the city's northwest side near 86th and Michigan Road. Chopper 8 caught up with the chase shortly after at 71st and Michigan and then followed it until it ended at 56th and Northland. That's where police took Breana Greer into custody. Now, this chase comes as IMPD is already talking about changing its pursuit policy. 24-Hour News 8's Julian Grace is live tonight with more on that. Julian.
That's right, changes are on the way, just like changes in the weather, particularly when it comes to that pursuit policy. Now, we checked in with IMPD earlier today, and they say it's not ready to be souped just yet, but they say those changes are coming.
It was a high-speed chase that our chopper pilot, Keith McCutchen, says reached 100 miles an hour.
Did they get him?
It crisscrossed a dozen streets.
He's going again.
And it took 3 pit maneuvers, some stop sticks, and several cops to bring it to a stop.
It's the second time they've hit him here. It spun him out.
But it wasn't a he, it was a she. Breana Greer led police on that chase after she made workers at a Hardee's feel uneasy. They thought she was trying to rob the place, so they called the cops. Officers showed up, and when confronted, she pressed the gas, ran over an officer's foot, and that's when police say the chase started. Would this be a minor infraction?
Well, I think depending on how you look at the situation this morning, obviously that started as a suspicious person run. When an individual runs over the foot of an officer, that may rise to a felony.
But we've seen in the past how police pursuits can impact the innocent. Like this one. In the summer of 2015, a man ripped off a pair of jeans at a Walmart. A chase started. Then it was called off, but it was too late. The suspect crashed into a pickup truck, killing a 63-year-old grandmother.
Chief Riggs is concerned about the number of pursuits that we have had historically last year and continuing into this year. So that's why he put together a pursuit policy committee to look at national best practices.
Last January, Chief Troy Riggs took an oath to serve this city. And he stated shortly after being sworn in that he wanted to change IMPD's pursuit policy. Today, we are learning those changes could be announced in the coming weeks.
The revision is in place for safety reasons. The safety of our officers pursuing, but most importantly, the safety of those innocent citizens that may get caught up in a pursuit as these pursuits travel on our city streets.
Now we are waiting for those changes to become official, but the moment they do, you will read about it on wishtv.com. For now, reporting live on the Northwest Side, Julian Grace, 24 Hour News 8.